Hi, it's Marina the Soul Alchemist. It's time for Pick Your Own Card weekly guidance for the 5th of November through to the 11th. And I'm using the AKASHIC Oracle card deck to support you with these messages, the themes and the energies for this week. So if you've not tuned in, I want you to tune into cards 1, 2 or 3, and I will reveal those messages, themes and energies that will be supporting you. The bonus card this week is all about relationships, and that can be relationships with others, but it's also relationship to self. And for me, the overriding theme is very much kind of connected with us. It's connected with our energy. It's connected with our mindset. And it's all what I really sense. The underpinning thing for me with these cards is integrity. And also trust. That's what I'm also getting as well, is integrity and trust. So I would encourage you to listen to all messages because, as you know, they all weave into each other and they give you a complete picture. But if you've got a specific card, I pick card 1 as my specific card, but all of them are going to absolutely relate. Now, we do have a new moon on the 9th, which is on Friday, and that's in Aquarius. So Aquarius is an air sign and it's inspirational. It's kind of out of the box thinking. There's that kind of real dynamic. There's a real dynamic, I think, energy with Aquarius. So hopefully you will tap into those energies and frequencies that will start to come through this week as well, with your ideas, your inspirations. And also, you know, when you think about air, it's kind of like quite quick. It's a quick moving like energy. So you might find that downloads and things like that come quite quickly. Or your ability to take action will be quite fast. So if you pick card 1, as I have, it's lack and scarcity. Now, what I get with this particular card is the focus, which I always get the focus really on, generally on this beautiful growth that's coming through, and it's golden, and it's this like promise of potential, and it's not even potential, it's actually happening, is these seeds that are coming through. And what I got when I got kind of picked this card was seeing the seeds that have already been planted back in 2023, and it's starting to see the tiny glimmers of those connections, the shifts, the change, the habits, the things that you've started to put in place, ideas, whatever it might be. It's starting to see the success and the results of those. It's starting to see things shift, and you're starting to see things that are coming through to fruition, starting to grow, starting to expand, starting to get stronger. And that's what I'm really feeling with this card. So it's not so much about the lack and the scarcity and, you know, not enoughness and things like that. It's very much about what things were you giving time and energy to kind of like a few months ago, back in 2023, maybe towards the end of 2023, maybe even 6 months ago. And it might be that you just planted the seed and then you've kind of gone and put your time and energy into something else. And it's kind of like you're re-inspired to go back to that, or energetically, you're starting to see things come through from the back of that, from that seed that was planted. And that might just be inspiration and motivation to go back to it and really kind of give it your time and energy. Or it might be that, as I say, that there'll be things that will start to come through, opportunities, people that will be helping and supporting you, or you're seeing a financial return on something, or a health return, or a well-being return in some way, or even like friendships and connections, or a family connection, a family shift, a family dynamic. It starts to feel more encouraging. It starts, you know, there's just something that shifts within that dynamic. Maybe can't quite put your finger on it, but it feels like there's something more healthy that is coming through out of, you know, when we talk about relationships, sometimes we can feel that something can't be saved or it can't be salvaged, and you know, we're never going to get past this situation, you know, because they think this and I think that, and you know, we can't meet in the middle. And then suddenly there's just something that shifts and it's like, oh, okay, that's interesting. We can work through this, we can see movement, we can forgive, we can forget, whatever it might be. There's going to be definitely growth that's coming through in this first week. So it's, for me, it's filled with that potential and opportunity, which is just beautiful. And it is definitely focusing on that growth rather than what you don't have. It's like what we do have and what we can continue to focus on growing and expanding. So that's the message with card 1. So let me know how that resonates. And of course, if you want to go deeper, then I can support you for a full year on my Empowerment Oracle subscription. Or it may be that you want to get your own deck of cards and play along with me each week. And this is a modality in a box. It's not just a deck of cards. It comes with a key pendulum. It comes with a masterclass. So you can start to use it to actually activate Akashic healing and success within the Akashic records. So if you pick card 2, so we've got this growth from card 1, we've got these seeds that are starting to shoot up, starting to see the potential, we're starting to see some kind of glimmer of results. And then what we've got with card 2 is growth and up level. So fits in perfectly with card 1, as in it might have felt like you have been walking through the darkness, that you've not seen the light at the end of the tunnel. You've had to really kind of rely on trust and faith in terms of like feeling your way, may have been feeling a little bit blocked, confused, doubtful, overwhelmed, whatever the thing has been going on for you. And, you know, it might be that you're just starting to kind of come out of winter phase as well. And it's like we are breaking through from the darkness. I'm not saying the darkness is bad or anything like that. It's just like we're stepping into the light. We're stepping into this breakthrough. And it's because you've been going through a growth and up level, as well as it might be that you've been in winter hibernation and just listening and honoring that cycle in your year and just allowing yourself to rest, rejuvenate, gather your ideas and stuff like that. But this week, it just feels like there's more movement. If there is a growth and up level that you have been going on, and there's been quite a lot of resistance and things like feel like they're going backwards, and it just feels like there's no movement. It's stagnated. Even though you may be putting your time and energy to kind of get things shifted and moving, this week you're going to feel like there's definitely movement forwards and like you're having that breakthrough. So usually when we have a breakdown before the breakthrough, and the bigger the breakdown, the bigger the breakthrough, it's just a direct kind of reflection. And for those that are not doing that kind of full breakdown before the breakthrough, then it's just kind of feeling lighter. It's feeling like you're gaining more clarity, gaining more direction, gaining more inspiration, whatever it is that kind of is going to need you to kind of facilitate you feeling lighter and like you have clarity, like you have focus. It's like you're kind of stepping into that light now this week as well. So there's a real action, inspiration, drive, motivation, energy with this card, which I absolutely love. So continue to take your steps forward, continue to do what you need to do in order to move yourself forward in whatever that is, in what life area that relates to for you, where there's been that stagnation or feel like you've been in the dark and there's no movement and it's just heavy or it's boring, boring just being in the same space with, nothing happening, even though you're doing what you need to do. It just feels like things are starting to land and you're starting to see, again, those results. So going back to card 1, it's seeing those results. It's just another confirmation of that process. And when we go through the growth and up level, it is a little bit of a test of self-belief, and it is a test of trust, and it is a test of faith. And usually when we start to falter and we start to doubt, and we start to have those insecurities, we stop taking the action. And that's then when nothing then happens, because the universe is like, well, hang on. They obviously don't want that because they've stopped taking action on it. So it's continuing to take that action through that process, and then eventually we have that breakthrough and things start to shift, things start to come in. So again, let me know if that card resonates and if you would like to go deeper with understanding that card, or just understanding where what is coming up for you in the next 3 months. If you want some Akashic healing as part of that session, then the Empowerment Oracle subscription is the best way to work with me for a whole year. We hold space for you, and we have 4 one-to-one sessions as part of that package, and you virtually get 1 session for free. You can do these sessions individually, but you virtually get 1 session for free when you do the subscription. Now, your third card, card 3, is just beautiful. So this is kind of a culmination of where we can find ourselves, and it's your authentic self. And this is where I feel the authenticity, the integrity is really starting to come through. Because when we're not seeing what we want as a result, and we're putting our time, energy, and focus in it, and we're trying to change it, we're trying to improve, and we're doing all the things, again, doesn't matter what life area this, it could be your health, it could be your love, it could be family, it could be business, work. And we're doing the things and we're not seeing the results. Sometimes we can try and shortcut to get the results because our ego really wants the results, and that can be connected to self-worth, it can be connected to fear, lack, scarcity, needing that confirmation or validation. So we can then become a little bit inauthentic in trying to push for a result, push for whatever it might be. And so we lose that we lose that integrity, we lose our authentic self. And so card 3 for me is just a kind of a confirmation, but also just a check-in for this week. Are we being authentic in how we are showing up with other people, within our circles, within our business, what we're talking and communicating? Are we walking our talk? Are we able to show up every day and feel relaxed and open like she is? Or do we feel that sometimes we have to put up a little bit of a mask to hide away some of the things, some of the thoughts, some of the actions, some of the shortcuts that we've taken in order to get the results? And so this card is kind of just like, have a little sense check-in on your growth and the things that have been going on so far in 2024, but also maybe back into 2023. And are you feeling comfortable with your authenticity? Are you being visible enough? Are you being open and honest with others, but are you being open and honest with yourself? And this card is really kind of getting you to it. Just acknowledge if you're in authenticity and integrity, or are you trying to be something that you're not really, but you're trying to be it because, as I say, you want to get ahead, you want a shortcut, or you want to fit in with a certain type of person and change yourself slightly so that you fit in, or again, because it might be that you get something on the back of that helps you in some way. So are you being your authentic self, or are you trying to change an aspect of yourself in order to get something or be something that you're not? So, and if you are, that's okay. There's nothing, you don't need to judge yourself as bad or wrong, but I would just delve a little bit deeper to find out, why am I doing that? Usually it's fear that drives that. But unless you ask that question, you won't know. And, if you need any support around that, then let me know, because obviously we can go deep with that. And if there's any questions you've got around that, pop them in the comments below, or just reach out to me privately. That's absolutely perfect. But your authentic self, how can you bring more authenticity, if you need to, in what you do? Now, relationships card is your bonus card, and this really ties in with card 3. So if you've not listened to card 3, then please go back and listen to card 3. Go back and listen to all of the cards, because they all connect in with each other. for a full, whole, complete picture. Relationships is your bonus card, and it's power play. Now, this can be the relationship to yourself. It can be the relationship to others in all forms. So family, friends, clients, community, humanity, collective, you know, it's everybody. And power play is where we really look at where we are giving our power away, and in a way we are then being controlled. Now, controlled sounds very dramatic, but we can give our power away believing something about somebody, or we can believe something about ourselves, which can then keep us in limitation. It can keep us confined. It can keep us constrained. And so we lack then that sense of freedom and liberation. So where are you giving your power away, which then means that you're at the mercy of that situation, that circumstance, that limiting belief, that experience that you've had that you're still holding on to, that you've maybe not accepted or forgiven or whatever it might be. And so on a level, it can still have influence. And when it has influence, it can then change how you feel and think about yourself or about somebody else. And then it changes our decisions and our habits and our behaviors that then creates a result on the back of that. So just be mindful this week that you are really discerning with your power and where you're placing your power. Because as soon as we start to give it away, and maybe seek validation from others for our own choices and decisions, then we're giving our power away and we're not trusting ourselves to make a decision. So we're then at the mercy of somebody else's, yeah, that's really good, or no, I wouldn't do that. And it's then you're allowing them to influence your decision. Whereas if you make that decision and then it's maybe not the most aligned as in result that you perceive, then at least you made that decision and it was your responsibility, and then you can learn from that, or you can show yourself that, yeah, I can make decisions, I can trust my intuition or whatever it might be. But we can also be at the mercy of our perceptions and our ideas and our opinions and our judgments and our experiences, which sometimes are not helpful. So if we are really kind of getting worried about something and we're constantly in the head and we're future tripping and we're like taking ourselves into the future and relaying a conversation, and this was said, or even in the past, and we can kind of go over situations, like it's like being in a tumble dryer and we're in the head and we're going over and over and over, we're giving our power away to that. So the more that we can sit in the present and recognize when we are being triggered or thinking these things, having these fears that perhaps are holding us back or influencing our thoughts and our feelings, that all takes our power and it has us like a puppet. So relationships, where are you giving your power, or where are you placing your power within your relationships? And that includes yourself. And how can you take that power back and basically effectively cut those cords? So energetically, there could be some cords there. So what I'll do is I will link a meditation at the end, which will be a cord cutting that you can do that will just help energetically cut those cords. But we've also got to bring consciousness to this, because that is the most powerful way of creating transformation, is with our consciousness. And we only have about 5% consciousness in what we do. So the more we can train ourselves to bring more awareness to how we're showing up in every part of our day, then the more power we take back for ourselves, and the more we can own what we do and our choices and our decisions. So let me know how that resonates, and the relationships, really kind of, really support these other three cards in terms of seeds and really jumping on that potential, having those breakthroughs, coming out into the light, and also being our authentic self. If we are giving our power away, then in a way we're not being authentic to ourselves, because we have the power, we have all of the power, we individually all are our own creators, you know, and the more conscious that we can become of our creations, the more flow, abundance and alignment we can create. So let me know how those cards resonate. Authenticity and integrity is, for me, the overriding energy of these cards, and it's definitely seeing breakthroughs and new potential and our results coming through this week as well, which is just beautiful. So let me know how the cards resonate for you, and if you want to go deeper, you know where I am. If you've got any questions, please pop them in the comments below. So love and blessings, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.